for you. A Fox 5 I-Team investigation.
2 troubled dog breeders have decided to call it quits after our I-Team raised questions about how the state handled repeated violations.
Some of the dogs became sick. Some even died after they were sold. I-Team reporter Randy Travis is back. He has some new developments for us. Randy.
Amanda Russ, in our original investigation, we asked whether state inspectors may have been simply too nice to repeat offenders, renewing their pet dealer license even though they had years of violations. For 2 of those breeders, our spotlight was just too bright. This abandoned Cherokee County house and this longtime Toccoa business now share a common future. No more pets for sale.
They couldn't stand the heat in Georgia, so they got out of the kitchen. They left.
Keystone Kennels in Canton and Sandy's Pets in Toccoa generated dozens of complaints over the years. Yet an I-Team investigation found the state of Georgia routinely renewed their pet dealer licenses.
You guys got no water in there.
For Sandy's Pets, we discovered the owner was twice convicted of animal abuse-related charges at her home across the border in South Carolina. According to authorities there, Evelyn Nelson's property was overwhelmed with filth and dogs running loose. But when it came time to fill out her Georgia pet dealer license renewal form, on the part where it asked if she'd ever been found in violation of any law related to animals, Ms. Nelson checked no. It says any violation. You've been convicted twice.
For ill treatment.
That's related to animals.
And I think it was a put-up job to start with.
Both times?
Yeah, both times.
When we talked to her in May, the state had already renewed her license for another year. But 5 months later, the state did take action. In this consent order, the owner of Sandy's Pets promises to sell off all of her dogs, cats, and reptiles by the end of the year and stop being a pet dealer. Ms. Nelson did not admit wrongdoing. We tried talking to her outside the pet store. Just wanted to see if you had anything you wanted to say.
No. She's had her chances, and after repeated offenses, I think it's time to bring some closure to this.
85 miles away in Cherokee County, unhappy customers successfully sued the owners of Keystone Kennels, many claiming they wound up with a sick or injured miniature Dachshund from owners Ian and Patty McCarty. Customer Rita Edwards became so upset, she started her own website to warn others about the McCartys.
This got personal, and I couldn't just sit back and do nothing.
The website generated more than 21,000 hits, prompting the McCartys to change their breeder name to Miniature Dachshunds of Georgia. But even though the McCartys admitted selling puppies after their license expired, earlier this year the State Department of Agriculture gave them a new license. We showed up one day at the McCartys' house and saw these dogs on display in the front yard. We asked to see where those dogs actually lived. Just let us walk on down there with the camera. I mean, you don't have anything to hide down there, do you?
No, I don't. It is really down there. I can let you.
After some more coughing, he told us no.
If I knew, if you guys had said, "Hey, we're coming out," I would have straightened up.
Wouldn't be a surprise.
Then it wouldn't be a surprise inspection. You're right. It would not be.
A few months after our investigation, their dealer license lapsed, and this time the state refused to renew it. The McCartys quickly moved out, leaving behind bags of dog food, old kennels, and mounds of trash everywhere. Plus one more item, a sign in the driveway saying goodbye, personalized for their biggest critic.
They're a little angry with me. It doesn't hurt my feelings. What she does to the animals and to these people, that hurts my feelings.
We've heard the McCartys may have moved out of state. As for Ms. Nelson and her pet store in Toccoa, she told a newspaper reporter up there that she simply decided to retire at the end of the year. No word on whether she'll be breeding animals in South Carolina, where this consent order does not apply.
Oh, do we know what happened to all the dogs? Did she sell them off? Or?
She has to sell them off by the end of the year. So she still had some in her pet store when we visited up there a short time ago. But at the end of the year, she can't have any dogs, any cats, reptiles she had in there. I think there were some birds in there at one point. They've all got to be gone. She could still sell pet supplies. You don't need a license for that, but can't be a pet store with pets anymore after this year.
All right. Thanks, Randy.
Randy, thanks.